Hey everybody, how's it going? And welcome back to Comic Crash, my little show on the internet where we talk about comic books and stuff. And today, the stuff we're talking about the second week of the Comic Crash Flips Out Challenge. See, what this is all about is that I've never tried to resell comic books before. It's a weird part of the fandom that I've never touched, and we are headed to Amazing Las Vegas Comic Con in roughly a month. So the goal is to take all of these comic books I don't want, as well as go out into the world and try to find other comic books and superhero merchandise to flip and resell, and we're going to use that as the souvenir money at Amazing Las Vegas Comic Con. Now, a couple of updates. We did sell a couple of items. We sold 2 comic books. We sold the One Punch Man that I showed off in the previous episode. We also sold a Star Wars comic. So we're going to go ahead and put that up here on the board. So there you go. There's our tally for the Amazing Las Vegas Comic Con Cool Stuff Fund. We are currently at $68, roughly. I'm rounding, so it's easier for me. But that's where we're currently at right now. We're going to see how far we can take this. Now, the big adventure this week is I wanted to try and expand my inventory past what I already had, because I already went through every loose issue comic book that I had, and the ones that I was okay with getting rid of and were worth something individually by themselves, I already listed. And now I'm like, okay, I should probably look outside of my own collection, see if I can't find anything that I can bring in and then resell. Because I frankly just don't want to get rid of all of my books, you know? And so we go over to the thrift store and we have that bit of an adventure, and I'll go ahead and flip over to that footage so you guys can see it now. Okay, so one of the things I notice that sells significantly better and easier than comic books here in the place where I live is superhero merchandise, particularly Marvel merchandise, that's not made for kids and could be considered like made for adults, but is still fun. Things like, backpacks or houseware items, or maybe toys, maybe movies, kind of depends on what we're looking for, what we see. And I'm going to see if we can flip any of that. Thing is though, thrift stores, you never know exactly what you're going to find. You're never sure if there's even going to be anything there. The place I'm going to go to is this place called Deseret Industries. It's basically like my area's version of a Goodwill. Anyway, so we're going to hop in there real quick, see if we can't find anything that kind of fits that very specific kind of criteria. Spooey. Alright, I've had good luck with Marvel backpacks before. This might have been close, but problem is though, it's personalized. So unless I find like a Marcus who really, really wants this bag, it won't do anything. It looks like there's a Marvel lunchbox here, but that feels like kitty stuff. There's another one. I don't know, guys. I don't think I want to take the risk on that. Because, like, the other thing I have to consider is, like, if I get these kinds of things and it doesn't sell, it's just taking up my personal space. Yeah, I don't think I can go for that. Let's see if there's anything else here. I've heard that the reselling market here is basically handbags. I don't know enough about handbags to really hop into that, so I'm not sure what to, like, I can't really try that. Maybe I should look into it. This Disney one this Mickey Mouse one might have something to it. Yeah, it's pretty grimy though. That's the problem. Like, a lot of this stuff is just grimy. Alright, just a little bit of voiceover here. This is part of the reason why I feel like I can't really find anything here, because every time this particular store gets a video game or a comic book, they put it behind this glass case. and they always charge a premium for it that is well above the resale value. They just seem to think that anything that's a comic book or a video game has to be worth like some kind of money, and so they charge it that way. And it drives me nuts because I can't do anything with that, and it's frankly just not a good deal even if you're just buying for yourself. Alright, so plushes, nothing really stands out to me specifically here. That's fine. There's a bunch of other plushes that nothing stands out to me except for, you know, this baby with the hole in its butt. There's a Mickey Mouse here. Don't know anything about this, but I did find this cool lightsaber. Like, the handle is just kind of cool, and it's one of those you can record a sound for the lightsaber. It's only $1. I might pick this up for myself. Other than that, not a whole lot. Sparks the robot. Yeah, not much to say, honestly. Alright, there's some people hanging out over by the DVDs right now, but I only really found like 2 that might be of any consequence here, so I'm going to go ahead and look these up real quick. Right, so I went ahead and checked on this. This promotional Iron Man thing is like a Walmart giveaway, so like anyone who wants it already has it, and that's whatever. It cost $3. It would have, like, I would have made like 5, which isn't enough of a turnaround. That wouldn't even cover like the cost of getting the stuff to ship it. And kind of the same with Goof Troop here. I imagine since Disney Plus came out, like, these obscure cartoon TV shows really just aren't in as much demand anymore. So, guess I'm going to have to put these back. Not a whole lot of electronics. There is this fun little light that says gamer on it. That's hilarious too. I'm just finding a whole bunch of hilarious junk that I can't do anything with. That's fun, but can't do anything with it. Now, this being a comic book channel, you would think that I would care a lot about the books that are here, that we might find something, but in my experience here, that hasn't really been the case, but we'll check anyway. Ooh, hold on. Okay, there might be something here. We got a volume of Demon Slayer. We've also got Star Trek. Hold on, I'm going to have to check these ones out. Alright, so the Star Trek one, unfortunately, isn't really worth anything. But the Demon Slayer one, that one's going for like $7 to $10 right now. So for 75 cents, I'll be willing to take a risk on that. Let's see what else we can find. Alright, check this out. Just hiding under the furniture here, we have the Batcave playset, so that's fun. Don't have a whole lot of faith I can do anything with that, though, especially at $8. This would be like a fun thing to like soup up and like customize, but outside of that, I think I'm just going to leave this here. Hopefully some kid finds it and finds a lot of joy out of it. Alright, so I went to the outdoors and such stuff, and I found the Superman version of that Batcave there. It's like from the same brand and everything. It looks like we have a pod here. Is that like a resurrection matrix, maybe? Might be. Might be his little resurrection matrix, and it has like this rock and sock with them feature here, which is kind of fun. I can dig that. The sticker is broken, unfortunately, and also I don't have the figures to go with it, so again, going to leave this here. Hopefully some kid finds it and really digs it. Okay, so that was a really, really surprising trip to DI and Best Buy. I didn't go into Best Buy, but there's Best Buy. Let's talk about this. First of all, I wasn't expecting to get any comic books. I was expecting to get like comic book based merchandise, but we got a comic book, Demon Slayer, and this looks like it's a one-off thing. And online it was going for, like I said, $4 to $10, 10 at the high end. This one isn't in the best condition, so I think this could go for maybe around $7. So I'm going to go ahead and try that, which was fun. Alright, so I was actually just hanging around Target, and I found that same book that I found at the thrift store earlier. So apparently that is a actively selling book, which is weird. I have a couple of people watching it online, so I don't know how that's going to affect anything, but figure it's an update worth sharing. And I also got the lightsaber because this is just too cool. Even if the voice recording doesn't work and I can't make custom sounds with it, this white and blue handle is just awesome. This is way too rad. So I had to go ahead and try it and pick it up. But like I said, we got this, and that's really cool and surprising. So we're going to go ahead and list this and see if it does anything, which is handy. And like I said, this was a rarity because like that DI never has comic books, and when they do, they're always in like that glass case that you saw there. They always sell it for above the price you can get it online, so I'm not into that. But yeah, we're going to go home, we're going to list this and sit back and wait and see if it does anything. Alright, so there you go. That was like the big adventure this week in regards to comic book reselling. Pretty successful week. I've taken the Demon Slayer book and I've listed it, and we already have a couple of watchers on it online, which is really surprising because as you saw in that update, apparently it's a brand new book and like people are still buying it in big box stores, but the fact that it's still getting watchers online makes me still feel like pretty hopeful about where it could go. Focus. There it is. Hey, there you are. It's nice to see ya. Alright, so this week we have 2 goals here. First goal is we're going to start bundling comics. According to my research, if you can't sell comics as individuals, what you want to do next is you want to bundle up similar titles and sell them off that way. So we're going to do that. We're going to start focusing on bundling over this next week. The second goal is we're going to keep going to these thrift stores. We'll keep going to the one I was just at. There are a couple of more thrift stores in town, so we might go ahead and check those out. I don't think they'll be nearly as good, but we'll go ahead and try it out and see what happens. And you guys gave some really good suggestions and really good tips in the last video as well. I was looking over those and talking with you guys over there, and it's been fantastic. So thank you so much for helping me out with that. If you have any more ideas and tips on how we can, expand the goal here, try to get up into the triple digits if we can, go ahead and put them down in the comments below, as well as just like any other ideas or thoughts or suggestions. And I'm excited to hear from you guys. And of course, I'm going to update you guys every Monday on this adventure. I'm going to update you on like how well we're doing, and eventually we're going to take this all the way up to Amazing Las Vegas Comic Con. I'm going to take you to the con with me, and we're going to shop. We're going to spend the money that we earned this over this month over selling and buying and reselling comic books and comic book stuff. So it's like, yeah, pretty exciting stuff. I'm excited to do this. You guys seem to really like the last installment of this challenge, so we're just going to keep on going. If you want to see that, make sure you're here and you're checking out the videos every Monday. And hey, until next time, thank you for joining me. Have a great day. Remember to always be your best self.